Erica. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? I wanted to talk to you about something. Do you have a little time? It's pretty important.
Hey, Martha. How've you been? I got time. What's up?
It's about Karen.
Karen? Do you mean Karen?
She's at my place right now.
Not sure what you're talking about, Erica. Say again?
There's a little girl here at my front door, a grade school kid. Says her name is Karen. Then it hit me. At first, I wasn't sure who Karen was because the last I saw her was at my brother's funeral.
Hold on a second, Martha. Why is Karen at your place?
Yeah, I asked myself the same thing. She says she doesn't want to go back home.
Excuse me? She doesn't want to what? LOL. I can't believe she went all the way over to your place just to say that. What is she thinking? Oh, for God's sake. I'm really getting fed up with her antics. I'm really sorry about this, Martha. She's always like this. She'll get all worked up over nothing and then just run out of the house and goes who knows where. We always have to go out looking for that little spoiled brat. Could you just tell her to get her ass back here as soon as possible?
Right. You know, she just told me about the circumstances at your place. Maybe I'm being a little out of line for saying this, but... Are you taking care of your child? I mean, it sure does not seem right to me.
Excuse me? You contact me after all these years and you accuse me of what? Child abuse? It's none of your business how I bring up my child. How could you know anything about bringing up a kid? Get off your high horse, for God's sake.
I'm not accusing you of anything, Erica. I just want to verify the facts, that's all. I mean, we're talking about a child here. And what's more, when my folks asked you if they could see their granddaughter, you simply continued to ignore them. Why is that? Why didn't you let them visit Karen? No matter how many times we asked you, you would make up some reason to shun us. My folks passed away never getting a chance to see the growth of their granddaughter. To be honest, I can never forgive you for that.
Yeah, I heard all this before, so I'm the villain here. Is that what you're trying to say? Let me just tell you. After your brother died, it was me who brought Karen up, all alone without anybody's help. You have no right to pass judgment on me. You don't even have a kid. You'll never know the hardship I endured. I have to work, you know. I can't be looking after her 24 hours a day. And when she takes off like that, I don't have the time to go out looking for her. If only she would obey me like a good little child, all would be fine. And what about not allowing your folks to visit? I wish you would stop blaming me for that.
Yeah, well... Is it true that you recently remarried? According to Karen, this new husband of yours... He's not exactly treating Karen with much affection, is he? As a matter of fact, I would say she's being mistreated. She also says you won't lift a finger to help her. I really don't want to say this, but to me this sounds like...
That's enough out of you, Martha. Who the hell do you think you are? You have no right giving me parental advice. Let me ask you this. When you were a kid, I'm sure your parents disciplined you when you did something wrong, am I right? Karen has always been this way. She always blows everything out of proportion, exaggerates every little issue. And yeah, your brother passed away, so I have every right to remarry. Don't tell me you're going to reprimand me for that too. Jeez, you people! You're not my family anymore. So would you stop butting into other people's business? This does not concern you. You're such a busybody, Martha.
Not family? Are you serious? Karen is my niece. You can't change that. That's a fact. She's just a kid, but she sure is skinny. A little too skinny, if you ask me. And her clothes, it seems like they haven't been washed in days. What's going on here, Erica? Any normal person seeing her condition will agree with me. It's obvious this is not normal.
Are you serious? I mean, you're still single, right? You have no experience bringing up a kid. Don't give me that crap. You're what, 24 or so now? Please, give me a break, LOL.
She asked me to be her mother.
Excuse me, she what?
She wants me to be her mother. She was crying her eyes out, begging me to take her in. To be her new mother, and that she didn't want to go back to you ever again. She remembered me from way back at my brother's funeral. She found her way here, desperate for someone to protect her. There's no way I'm going to ignore her pleas and just let her return to you. Do you really think I would allow that?
Is that so? All right then. You take care of Karen for a while then.
I beg your pardon? You want me to keep her? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, this is perfect. I was getting ready for a trip. My husband is taking me on vacation tomorrow. I was wondering what I was going to do with Karen. Well, now that she's over at your place, I can just lock up and go on my trip without worrying about her. Could you look after her until we return from our vacation? That would be really helpful. Okay then.
Excuse me, Erica. I'm not finished here. You can't just leave here.
I know. After we get back from our trip, we'll talk about it. No problem. So I guess that's it. See you when I get back. Oh, and for your information, we are going overseas. So even if you contact us, there's no way we'll reply. So, just so you know. Okay, see you!
Would you please answer the phone, Erica? What the hell are you thinking? What's all this luggage you sent over? This is all Karen's stuff, right? What's the meaning of this, for Pete's sake?
Oh, great! So the package has arrived. I was worried it would take a while. I sent it so it would coincide with your day off. Saved you the trouble of having to pick it up at the post office. You should be grateful, LOL.
Have you gone completely off the wall? What's the meaning of this? That aside, shouldn't you have contacted me as soon as you got back from that trip? That seems like the sensible thing to do. I opened the boxes. What's Karen's elementary school books and her notebooks doing in here? Are you trying to tell me that you want me to keep her and send her to school here?
Yeah, that's right. You nailed it. I mean, Karen doesn't want to come home, right? Well, great then. She can live with you. Besides, my hubby is in a real good mood. I think it has to do with Karen not being around making a stink out of everything. This is perfect, right? I mean, for me and for you. She would be way more happier living with you. You have enough time. You're not busy or anything. Take care of her until she finishes school. At least until she can take care of herself. You like kids, right?
Erica, what do you think Karen is? Just some kind of pet? She's a child. This is the most important period of her life.
Karen is just something your brother left with me. I didn't even want her, to be honest.
Excuse me? Are you saying that for real? Did you just hear what you said? Karen is your daughter, for God's sake. Okay, I can't let you take care of her. I couldn't do such a cruel thing to her. I will bring her up myself. Don't come crying back to me later, Erica. I will never return her to you people. Ever. You better remember that.
Sounds good to me. You can have her for good. Don't you go tossing her out when you get fed up with her. You got a handful there, LOL. I'll contact her school and them that she's staying with relatives due to my husband's job. So keep that in mind, would you? I don't know, maybe you'll like being a mom. I seriously doubt it though, LOL. Martha, are you there? Answer me. I need Karen back. I want you to bring her over right away. I'm begging you. I want my daughter back.
Excuse me? It's a little late for that, don't you think? Karen is never going back to you. And I'm currently working, so would you not call me?
This is an emergency. I need her back right away. Forget what I said last month. I want Karen back.
I said I'm at work. I'm going to have to end this. Goodbye.
Wait a second.
And please, would you stop calling my number countless times? It's really getting on my nerves. Like I said, I'm working.
Quit beating around the bush. You heard me. I need Karen to come back to her real mother. I'm not kidding, Martha.
I'm sorry. No matter how many times you keep seeing that, the answer is no. Besides, Karen has no intention of going back either, so there's nothing I can do. She's finally settled in, she's finally starting to smile and speak like a normal kid her age. Please don't make a mess of things. She's happy now, happier than she's ever been. She's emotionally strong now. I don't think it's a good idea to keep changing homes. You'll traumatize her again. She says she has no mother to return to. Do you really think I would allow her to go back to you after how you and your husband treated her? You've got another thing coming if you believe that, Erica.
You really don't know the real world, do you? LOL. It really doesn't matter what Karen thinks. I have all the rights. I am her mother, after all, and she's a minor. What's more, she is my daughter. All I have to say to the authorities is, she's kidnapped my kid, and voila! You get arrested. Simple as that. You don't want that, do you? So hand over my kid right this minute or you'll regret it. Yeah, you know I'm right. The mother has all the rights. The person with the rights has all the advantage. Right? I've got all the aces here, sorry to say. You understand, so get the kid over here now.
But she's not going anywhere, sorry to say.
Ugh, are you serious?
I did a little checking myself this past month or so. I had to if I was to protect Karen. Yeah, you're the mother. You have all the rights. And me? I'm just her aunt. What power do I have, right? Once Karen settled in and her trust in me grew stronger, I sat her down and she explained everything to me. And with that, we made an appointment at the National Child Welfare Center downtown. You may have heard of the place. It's all in their report, and they offered me some excellent advice. I was not just going to sit back and let you take her back. She has rights too, you know.
Pardon me? You talk to the child welfare? Now why'd you go and do a thing like that? This is a family matter. Why bring in complete strangers? Are you crazy?
Like you said, I'm only 24. Inexperienced, don't know the real world. How am I supposed to learn anything? Why are you so upset that I contacted them? Is it because you feel guilty for what you did? That's it, isn't it? You know you're in the wrong. Enough of that. About you and your husband? I told them all about you people. Oh yeah, Karen's been going to the center for several weeks now. I think she has an appointment there today. Oh, I forgot to mention. Remember when she came over here last month? She was very emaciated, drained of all emotion and dressed like a pauper. Well, I took photos of her that night. You should see the pictures I took of her yesterday. Wow, it's like day and night, and the smile so beautiful. Hey, you want me to send them to you? She told them how you guys treated her. It's all in her file. To be honest, it does not look good for you. If anybody is going to get arrested, it's you guys.
How could you do such a thing? What are you trying to do? Ruin my life? Do you get a kick out of hurting people?
Who, may I ask, ruined her childhood? You're unfit to be a mother. I know that after my brother died, it was rough for you. I mean, I cannot fathom bringing up a child alone. Even after a month with her, I see how hard it can be. But I felt I owed her, that I had a responsibility to my brother. I'm sure it was hard for you. But is it true that you used up my brother's insurance money in just a few years? I heard that you used that money on vacations and nice clothes, even going out on dates with several guys. You spent it all in no time. Money that could have been used to provide for Karen. Maybe it was your way of drowning out the loneliness of losing your husband, but that doesn't give you the right to ignore your daughter. To let her fend for herself? Did you even think twice about how she felt when her father died?
Did you have me investigated? What? Did you hire a PI?
I thought it necessary, yes. I needed the information. It was all to protect Karen.
Are you some sort of idiot? That's what I call a total waste of money. Oh, wait a second. I get it. Your folks died in a car accident, right? So you had a little money left over from that insurance payment. Used it to hire a private investigator to get some dirt on me. I see it now. We both waste money, huh? LOL.
My parents would have praised me for doing it. They would have paid for it themselves if it meant saving Karen. No use talking any further. Karen will not be going back to live with you, and that's final.
I can't accept that. No, no way. I'm in trouble if she doesn't return.
Out of curiosity, why do you even want her back? I thought you were glad to get rid of her.
After Karen left, my husband started taking things out on me. I don't know if I can take his anger any longer. If he finds out that you took her to child welfare, I don't know what he'll do to me. I'm positive that if Karen comes back, he'll return to being a kind and considerate husband. I know it. So I need her back ASAP. I need Karen. She's my daughter. She needs me too.
Am I hearing you correctly? You want Karen back so she can be some kind of a shield for you? Have you gone totally insane? This is your daughter we're talking about. You're pathetic. You know what? I think you should start your life all over again from zero. Something definitely went wrong along the way.
You can't begin to understand what I've been through. I was just a normal housewife when my husband died. I was thrust into a situation where I had to bring up a child all alone. The pressure was unbearable. You would never understand. So what's wrong about trying to drown out my sorrows?
Like I said, I understand what you went through. And I understand the sorrow of losing a loved one. But put yourself in my shoes for once. Imagine being an inexperienced 24-year-old single woman suddenly having to take care of a small child? Can you really empathize with that? Although I have the will to help and protect her, I still don't have the financial means. I have no experience with kids. My parents are gone and can't support me. But if I don't protect Karen, who will? I wouldn't be able to live with that. This past month taught me quite a bit. It was a hard decision to make. I mean, it would be for the rest of my life. Maybe I'll never marry. Maybe I won't be able to pursue the career I wanted. But most importantly, will I be able to bring Karen up properly? Will I be able to support and protect her until she's an adult? I thought long about such issues. But in the end, I could not erase the fact that I had to protect Karen. That's why I will fight this tooth and nail. I may not become the perfect mother. I certainly have my doubts. But I knew I had to protect her from the likes of you and your husband. I assure you, my mind is set.
Then how about me? What am I going to do from now on? Just let my husband abuse me? Just shut my mouth and take it?
I don't really care what you do. But I assure you that the police will probably be paying you a visit sometime soon. What you people did is not something that can be brushed aside. You know what it is, right? It's child abuse. The consequences can be pretty severe. I'm sure you loved my brother, right? You must have felt an overwhelming sadness. But did you even stop to think how Karen felt? I was really hoping that you would have a little remorse. I was wrong. You only care about yourself.
If he divorces me, it's on you. You better take responsibility. At this rate, my life is ruined. It's all Karen's fault, that little brat. What lies did she spew to those people down at child welfare? They're all lies. And your brother, why did he have to go and die? My whole life is ruined. Your entire family shattered my entire existence. You, your brother, Karen, you're all scheming against me to wreak havoc on my life.
To the bitter end, all you can think about is you. You're the most self-centered person I have ever met. To be honest, Erica, I am dumbfounded by your arrogance. Your attitude has completely hardened my commitment to Karen. Don't ever contact us again. You are not needed in Karen's life. You have failed completely as a mother. After a few days, the police did eventually pay them a visit. There was ample evidence to prove that they were indeed guilty of child abuse and were subsequently arrested. I heard they were sentenced to jail time and were released after a few years. But there was no contact from Erica, no call to check on her daughter. It seems they just disappeared from our lives. The papers finally came through for Karen, and I was officially designated her mother. Due to the unusual circumstances, I was also eligible to receive financial support from the state, which certainly helped. I became more confident to bring up Karen as my own. I still can't believe that Karen was only 6 years old when she came to my place that day. How she made it there? I don't know. Maybe my brother guided her there from above. Last week was my brother's 5th memorial service, so Karen and I went down to the cemetery to pay our respects. There was a small crowd of friends and a few relatives that attended. I looked around the cemetery, expecting to see Erica watching from afar,